Hey there, so you've probably heard some people talking about this fat's good and this fat's bad and don't eat this and coconut's amazing and butter's bad and all the stuff, right? Are you like, boom, what do I do? Well, let me explain. I'm a naturopath for 15 years. I've all seen all the fads. They come, they go. So this is the truth. This is what works, this is what doesn't work. I'm going to tell it to you now, right? So the reason you want to avoid bad fats, and I'll explain what bad fats are very soon, is because bad fats affect your whole body, because every single cell in your body, and you've got trillions of those, is the cell membrane is made of fat, right? The cell membrane is where everything enters and leaves your cells, and if your cells are not working properly, you get sick. Simple, right? So if your cell membrane is not working, you get sick. And if your cell membranes are made out of bad fat, they don't work as well, you get sick. So this is the foundational kind of thing that I want you to get. Fat, over time, like poor quality fat over time, creates unhealthy cells. Unhealthy cells equals sickness. Simple, right? So there's another component to think about when it comes to bad fats. Bad fats cause inflammation. So we have all heard of an antioxidant, the thing that comes from healthy food, right? Blueberries, you've probably heard about, and grapes, you know, vegetables, fruit, all that stuff. High in antioxidants, it's good for you. The opposite of an antioxidant is a free radical. Free radical damage is what causes sickness, yeah? So you've got unhealthy membranes and then you've got free radical damage. It also is known as inflammation, right? You've heard these words, they probably don't mean much to you, but just trust me, this is what causes sickness. Unhealthy cells, inflammation, and oxidative stress. So we want to reduce these three things. Now, if bad fats cause poor membranes, inflammation, and oxidative stress, these are really bad. So much worse than you would ever imagine, because you never really understood it, right? So what are bad fats? Bad fats are fats that are being damaged by light, heat, or air, right? You've got two types of fats overall. You've got saturated, you've got unsaturated. Let me talk about saturated first, yeah? Saturated, this is to do with biochemistry. You've got a carbon chain, and they've got hydrogens off every carbon. And if it's saturated, if every hydrogen is saturated with carbon, it's a saturated fat. If it's an unsaturated fat, you've got a carbon chain with hydrogens, but not all of the carbons have hydrogens that are saturated. Yeah? So it's either monounsaturated or polyunsaturated, meaning one meaning mono, or poly meaning more than one unsaturated. So that's the difference, like chemically, what's happening with the structure of the fat. When it's saturated, it is strong. Muscles. It is strong, yeah? It is not damaged by light, air, or heat, right? But if it's unsaturated, it's a bit weak. It's like, and it's easily, it's like, very sensitive. I need to be kept out of the air, the light, and the heat. It's true, right? And so these ones are the ones that are oils, right? They're oils, they're liquid at room temperature. Ooh, right? Whereas the strong ones are firm at room temperature. So this is how you can tell out if it's saturated or unsaturated, yeah? Liquid, and I need lots of protection, or I'm strong and I don't need protection. Excuse the animation, but maybe it helps. So butter, coconut oil, these ones here are in the saturated component. Coconut is kind of halfway between, actually. If you put butter here, and animal fats like from lard and things like that are here. They're hard at room temperature. It doesn't matter what the temperature of the air is, it will hold its form, right? Coconut's in the middle, kind of goes both sides. It's kind of like, when it's hot, I'm sensitive, and when I'm not, I'm strong, right? And then all the other ones, vegetable oils, all the nut oils, all the seeds, all of them, they're very, very sensitive, yeah. But basically, if it's liquid at room temperature, it's sensitive. If it's firm, it's strong, right? So what that means is the strong ones aren't damaged very easily. The liquids are damaged very easily. Now, when you look in your ingredients list, when you're buying food, what do you find in there? Do you see butter? Nope. Do you see coconut? Nope. Do you see lard? Nope. What do you see? Vegetable oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, maybe olive oil if you're really, really, really lucky and like paying a lot of money, right? So the cheap oils are the ones from the seeds. They become damaged, guaranteed. If they're in like a processed food, they have been oxidized, they have been heated, they have been under the light, and therefore they are bad. They are creating oxidative stress, they are creating inflammation, and they are causing the cell membrane of your walls, of each of your cells, to be unhealthy. So, all in all, they cause sickness, right? So, what are you to do? All the bad news. What about the good news? Okay, the good news is if you buy oil and look after it, you're okay. But you've got to be careful what oil you buy. So, I'm not going to go into all the different oils. The best oil to buy is extra virgin cold pressed olive oil. Keep it in a tin, right? If you want to do butter, it's okay, got to be organic, but only a small amount. That's it. That's all you really need to know. Olive oil, good quality olive oil, good quality butter, lower amounts, higher amounts, yeah. Keep all the other oils to a minimum, yeah. So it's kind of simple when you think of it like that, yeah. Get away from margarine, canola oil, vegetable oil. These three are nasty. And even if the margarine says that it's made from olive oil, avoid it, because what's happened is they have made it go hard. They've synthetically added more hydrogens and it's become hard. And you're like, Hannah, this one's hard at room temperature. Maybe I'm allowed it. No. No margarine. None whatsoever. It's either butter or olive oil. Ta-da! Simple. Okay, so I think that's it. Hopefully that's been helpful. If you have any questions, if you are confused, put a question in the comments and I'll answer it for you. So, how I know this stuff, 15 years clinical practice, I help people get well, right? Diet is really important. It's a foundation. So start here. Start eating better quality fats. The problem you're going to find is when you go to the supermarket, 95 of the stuff, like the processed foods, have these bad fats in. They have a lot of sugar, a lot of fats, super processed, which means you need to start making your own food. Not everyone wants to hear that, but it's the truth. The more of your own food that you can make, the better. More veggies you can eat, more fruit you can eat, unprocessed food, the better. Get away from the bad fats, they're nasty.